Hey guys. Hi. Welcome to the live. I have not been on live in, what's it been, a couple of days or so, maybe a week. Happy to be on here. We're not in the office, we're in the closet because I can't be bothered to go downstairs. So I hope that you guys are okay with us just keeping it casual in this live. We're just going to be talking about Amazon. I'm not really sure how long we're going to be going for, but you guys kind of know the drill. Here to talk about selling online with private label and e-commerce. So if you're joining the live for the first time, welcome. Happy to have you. Hi to everyone in the comments. I hope you guys are doing good. And happy hump day. It's practically Friday. So it's getting close to the start of the weekend. We're officially in November. So we're getting closer and closer to Black Friday, and Cyber Monday, which is kind of like the most busy time of the year for people who sell any type of product, but especially on Amazon. This is like really the busy season. And so last month in October, I ended with my highest month ever in sales on Amazon. I ended at right around 172,000 for those people who don't know anything about my business, in sales. Now, obviously that's not profit. My margins for this month are right around 32%. Normally it's 34. I spent a little bit more money on ads last month in October, so that's why my margins are slightly lower. However, it's my highest month in sales, so I'm celebrating either way. Really happy to see that and hear that. And realistically, the reason why sales are higher during Q4, which is October, November, and December, is because it's the holiday season. So people are shopping for gifts, and all of that. Just for the people who don't live in the US who might not be familiar with like how crazy holidays can get here. So let me just give you guys a little bit of information about what I do for a living and basically how you guys can get started with selling on Amazon if you are looking for a stream of income that can become passive. And something that you can do from wherever you are, because essentially everything that you're doing when you sell on Amazon is done from your computer. So you can take your business with you anywhere, essentially, which is something that I really love. So anyway, what I do is called private label, and private label is when you buy products in bulk and then you resell them for a higher price. So right now I'm actually looking for a good example of an item. Okay. So I've got this item right here. This is called Black Girl Sunscreen. It is a skincare product. Now, this sunscreen is something that you could make your own version of if you wanted to. So instead of calling it Black Girl Sunscreen, you might call it Brown Girl Sunscreen or White Girl Sunscreen, child. I don't know. You could call it whatever you want, but the point I'm trying to make is that you can create your own products and put your own logo on the products and sell them as if they're your own. So if you wanted to go to a skincare manufacturer on Alibaba.com, you could say, I want to sell sunscreen. I want it to come in a black tube and I want it to have my logo at the top. And you can literally make something that looks very, very similar to this and just have it be your own branded version. So that's what you're going to do is you're going to find a product that someone is willing to buy. And on Amazon, I mean, there's people shopping on there literally 24/7. So there's a lot of good products that you can find. And then you're just going to put your logo on the product and resell it for more than what you bought it for. So one important thing to remember when you're looking at this type of business is that the more of an item you buy at one time, the cheaper it's going to be for each individual item. So if you go and you buy one tube of sunscreen, it might cost you $5 or $10. But if you buy 100 units, it's going to be cheaper. If you buy 500 units, it's going to be even cheaper. If you buy 1,000, it's just going to continue to get cheaper and cheaper the more you buy. So you're going to buy 500 units to start, and then you're going to go ahead and resell it for a much higher price than what you're buying it for. And just to give you guys a little bit of information to work with as far as what you should be buying for versus what you should be selling for. If you're buying something for $2, you should be selling that $2 product for $10 or more. You should not be selling a $2 product for anything less than $10. If you're buying it for $3, you should be selling it for $15 or better. If you're buying it for $4, it should be $20 or more. $5, $25 or more. So that you have enough space that you're going to make a profit off of each one that you sell, because there are fees involved. Just like with any other business, you're not going to make a straight profit off of the difference. You're going to have to account for the fees. And so when you make sure that you're allowing yourself to have space it just ensures that you're able to make a chunky profit. We don't want skinny profits, guys. We want large profits. We want a healthy profit margin. And so, for example, let me give you guys an example of a product that I currently sell on Amazon. I buy it for $2 and about 30 cents off of Alibaba.com, and I resell it on Amazon for $19.99. So I buy it for $2, I'm reselling it for $20. I don't make $18 off of each one. I wish I did, but I don't. After all of my fees are accounted for, I make about $9 off of each one. So obviously, if you do the math, and let's say that I sell 10 units a day, that is $90 in profit a day. If I sell 10 units a day for 30 days in a month, then you can just start doing the math and figure out how much you can really make if you scale your business. So one thing I just want to put out there is that you don't have to sell one product that's going to make you $1 million or one product that's going to make you $10,000 in a month. It's very possible that you can find multiple products that will add up to that dollar amount that you're looking for. So even if you can only find one product that does $2,000, maybe you can find another one that does 1,000 and another one that does another 2,000. When you combine everything, you're going to be getting closer and closer to the goal amount that you're trying to make. So there is definitely room to scale and to increase your income. Everyone has to start somewhere. Everyone has to start with that very first product. So that is the most important thing when you're starting out, is pick that one product and then, build up from there and build your brand around that. So that being said, I see that we have a lot of new people joining, so I would love to see who all is new in the live right now. I know it's a little bit late. I don't normally go live at this time. I'm normally here during the daytime. So I am curious who all is new in the live. If you're new, just say that you're new and let me know where you're from in the comments. I would love to know. Let's see. Hi, McCallie. How are you? Yoli babe, hello. How you doing? Chicago. I might be in Chicago this weekend. Hi from Vegas, North Carolina, Georgia, Michigan, New York. Okay, so there's a lot of new people in here. Love to see it. Hi from New York, California, LA, is it Melbourne? I feel like people from there say Melbourne, not Melbourne, but Morocco. Okay, girl. That we can see the closet. No, it's a hot mess behind me. I've got like a mountain of laundry that I don't want you guys to see. When it's clean, I will show it to you, but it's nothing fancy. It's just a closet. Hawaii, Milwaukee. Okay, awesome. So you guys are from all over the place. Okay, well, with that being said, let me just real quick give you guys a rundown on me and my business, just so you know who is talking to you on your For You page, probably randomly. I'm Abby. I am 29. I live in Las Vegas. I've got a 2-year-old son. I've been selling on Amazon for about 4 years. Actually, this January will make 4 years. I was working at my 9-to-5 job when I found out about Amazon and when I started to sell on there. I quit my job after about 7 months, actually exactly 7 months of selling on Amazon. I used to work in pharmaceutical sales. I don't do that anymore. I just do Amazon full-time. When I say full-time, it's facetious. I don't know if that's the right word. It's not really full-time. I make a full-time income, but I spend about 4 hours a week on my Amazon business just to help you guys kind of understand the time commitment now. In the beginning, I spent a lot more time, but now that I'm comfortable in my business, it's about 4 hours a week. I sell 6 different products in the health and household category on Amazon. I do about 160K on average per month in sales. This, like I mentioned at the beginning of this live, this past month in October, I capped out at 172 in sales. So it's my highest month of sales ever. Really happy about that. And I do private label. So hopefully that helps you guys know a little bit about me, my expertise. I've been doing this for a pretty long time, 4 years. And I've taught over 1,000 people how to sell on Amazon as well. So you guys are looking at a somewhat of a pro. Okay, I know a lot about Amazon, so I want you guys to feel comfortable and know that I've been around and I can definitely help you guys and give you some tips on how to do this the right way. So let's start with I can do questions, or I can give you guys information. So what do you guys want to know? Do you want me to answer questions or do you want me to teach? Let me know in the comments. That way I can know which way to go with it. This is a little bit more of a casual live. I'm not like in my office with the TV behind me and all of that for you guys to see. But do you want me to teach or do you want me to answer questions? Let me know in the comments, because I know that some of you prefer, for me to answer questions. Okay. It looks like you all more so want me to teach rather than answering questions. I'm happy to do that. Let's see. All right, guys. Well, let's get into it. So I already gave you guys the rundown on the private label side. So let me tell you how I was able to make it so that I only have to spend 4 hours a week on my business. For those of you who are just starting out and have no idea how Amazon works, let me just give you a little bit of an explanation of the flow of this business and how everything works. So what happens is you do research and find a product that people want to buy on Amazon. That product could be a household product. It could be a pet product. It could be a sports product. It could be a skincare product, whatever. You're going to find something that people want to buy on Amazon. You're making sure that there's enough of a demand for the product before you ever buy the product. Very, very important, you guys. You have to do your product research and your market research and understand who you're competing against, and make sure that there are people who actually want to buy your product. A lot of people have great ideas and things that they want to sell, but no matter how great your product is, if there's no demand for it, you're not going to make money. And I'm sure everyone in here probably wants to be able to make a profit selling their products. So it's very important to do your research. One. So after you have found a product that people are looking for and something that is in demand, you're then going to go to a website called Alibaba.com. I'm sure some of you have heard of it before. Alibaba.com is essentially like Amazon, but for wholesale. So when you go on this website, Alibaba.com, you can find people who will be able to make the products that you want to sell. So for example, let's say that you want to sell a makeup brush. You can go on Alibaba.com and type in makeup brush, and you're going to see a whole bunch of different suppliers who make makeup brushes. And you're going to reach out to them and you're going to ask them how much it costs for them to make your makeup brush, how quickly they can make it. Do they do logos? So you could have your own logo put right on the makeup brush. So you're going to reach out to these suppliers and they are going to make your product. After they make your product with your logo on it, they are then going to ship it to Amazon. So they're going to send it directly to Amazon. It is not coming to you. I know that there's someone in here who's thinking, well, I want to double check and make sure that my products look good and all of that. And I know that we all want to sell good products, but at the end of the day, if you're having your suppliers send you the products, that is just creating extra work. It's going to cost more money because then you have the product sent to you and then the product sent to Amazon. It's more work than what it's worth. And what I want you guys to remember as I'm teaching and talking to you through all of this is that you want to make sure that you are outsourcing certain parts of this process so that it can become passive. It is never going to be a passive stream of income if you're doing your own manufacturing, if you're doing your own fulfillment. That's going to be very time consuming. I'm sure we all have other things that we'd rather be doing than packaging up orders and sending it to customers, right? So we're going to outsource that to Amazon, allow them to do all of your packaging for you, and then they're going to send it out to the customers. So that being said, the process that Amazon does where they ship out your products to customers for you is called Amazon FBA, or Fulfillment by Amazon, and that is going to be the way that you're going to make sure your customers get their products on time. Now, let me ask you guys a question and let me know in the comments. When you are buying a product on Amazon, you're a customer, let's say that you're searching for Christmas gifts and you go on Amazon, you type something in. What is the most important thing you look at when you are trying to decide what to buy on Amazon? You're just on Amazon, you're shopping. What is the most important factor that will make you either buy a product or not buy a product? Let me know in the comments. Prime, ship by Amazon, reviews, shipping, reviews, shipping time, reviews, stars, which is also reviews. Okay, awesome. So you guys are proving my point per usual. I ask this in a lot of my lives, and this is always the answer that I get. Always the top three are whether it's Prime or not, the reviews, and the price. Those are the three top answers that I get. And that's not by coincidence. A very, very, very big factor is how quickly people are going to get their products, right? It's all about convenience. When people are shopping on Amazon, they're there because they need their stuff. They want their stuff within 2 days, and they know that Amazon is going to get it there. So when you are selling on Amazon and you're on the other side where you're actually using Amazon to make money instead of spending money, you want to make sure that you are doing Amazon FBA, because when you do FBA, that's how you get the Prime checkmark on your listing. So all of you in the comments who are saying that you're only going to buy a product if it's Prime, or that's the most important thing to you, you have to make sure that when you're on the seller side of it, that you have Prime available for the people who are looking to buy your product. Because if your product is not Prime, I'm so sorry, but you're going to miss out on so much business, and you're going to make less money because people are not going to want to have to wait for their products. So I'm going to just say that. Make sure that you are doing FBA. If you go the other way and you want to do your own fulfillment, my number one question is, why do you want to torture yourself? Why do you want to create more work for yourself when Amazon can do it better than you can? You just have to pay them to do it. So again, this is me teaching you guys to think as a business person and as a CEO, because that's essentially what you are when you start this business. The CEO of McDonald's is not flipping burgers, right? They're not going to do that because they've got more important things to do. Just like with your Amazon business, you're not going to be printing out shipping labels. You're not packaging up orders. You're not going to the post office. You have more important things that you need to be doing. Okay. So let Amazon do that. That's FBA. And the other part of it is Amazon, private labels. So you're buying the products, you're putting your logo on it and reselling it for more. Let me ask you guys a question in the comments and see where you are. Cause y'all did good with that question, but let me ask you this one. Why do you think it's important to put your logo on the products? Why do you think it's important to put your logo on the products that you're selling on Amazon? Why can't you sell Black Girl sunscreen and not have any of this stuff on here? Imagine if you were buying this product and it didn't have the logo. It was just a black tube. Why is it important that you put your logo on your products? Let's see if anyone can get it. Marketing, branding. Yep, make it look like it's just more alluring. Okay. Y'all are smart. Have you guys been in the live before? I'm sure there's some of you who've been in here. Yeah, you guys are absolutely right. It's branding your business. Now, why is it important to brand your business? Let's dig a little bit deeper. I could just tell you guys, but y'all know what I'm talking about. Why is it important that you brand your products? You guys said why it's important to have the logo, because it represents your brand. But why does that matter? Why does it matter? Let's see. I started Alibaba referrals. Make more money, it sets a reputation, so people will tell people. Referrals, reputable, business, reputation. Okay, fabulous. You guys know exactly what is going on here. Absolutely. When you put your own branding on the product, it inherently makes it more valuable. The simple fact that you have a logo on your product makes it so that you can sell it for higher than if you don't have one. So that alone should be enough to make you guys want to put your logo on here. I know that people want to start with this business and just sell something, and they don't really want to go the extra mile to put the logo on there, but I guarantee you it is going to be worth the extra 24 hours it's going to take you to have someone make you a logo. It's 100% worth it. You're going to be able to sell your product for a lot more. That's the reason why people can go to a store like Louis Vuitton and be comfortable. These are perfume samples, but go to a store like Louis Vuitton and be comfortable paying 10 times the price for a bag, because of the branding, because of the marketing, because of the quality that you expect from a certain brand. They've built up a certain reputation. So that is the reason why the branding aspect is so important. It's very, very easy to brand your products. You guys, you literally go to the website Fiverr.com, find a freelancer, and have them make you a logo. You'll pay them literally $10. It's cheap, it's easy, and it'll make your product way more marketable and worth a lot more money when you're selling on Amazon. Okay? So that's that on branding. Let's see where we can go next. Okay, so if you guys are, let's see, I like attractive packaging and logos, but results of a beauty product count results or returns. Yeah, you're absolutely right. It's a combination of different It's a combination of different factors, and it also depends on the product that you are selling. That website was Fiverr.com, Fiverr.com, Fiverr.com. What was I saying? Yeah, it depends on the type of product that you're selling as well, you guys, because imagine that you are selling cotton swabs on Amazon. Do you think it really matters that the packaging of your cotton swabs is the most beautiful packaging on earth? Do you think that people really care if we're selling cotton swabs? Probably not so much. But if you're selling a skincare product, let's say a face cream, let's say that you're selling a piece of jewelry, obviously you're going to have to make the packaging look nice. It's because of the type of product that you're selling. So you have to really look and do your research, do your homework on your competitors. One thing that I always do, if I'm going to sell something new on Amazon, I'm always going to order the top sellers items because I want to see how it's coming. I want to see what they're doing so I can do at least that or better if I can. So this is all part of your market research. This is all part of you doing your due diligence and making sure that you know what you're getting yourself into. Here's an example. If you're going to sell a piece of jewelry, for example, let's say that you're selling a bracelet, right? You want to make sure that the packaging of the bracelet is going to look beautiful. It might be a gift. It might be, a treat for someone. So let's say that you're able to buy the bracelet for, let's call it $3 a unit. And you talk to the supplier and you say, I want really, really nice packaging. I want a magnetic box. I want it to look like this and look like that. And they say, great, we can make that packaging for you, but it's going to be an extra $3. So not only are you paying the $3 for the item, but also $3 for the packaging. So now you're paying $6. If you're only able to sell that bracelet for $15, is it worth it that you spend the extra $3 on your packaging? I'm going to ask you guys, let me know in the comments. Is it worth it that you spend an extra $3 on the packaging if you can only sell it for $15? I've never bought jewelry off of Amazon that had attractive packaging. Yeah, I've had ones that just came in literally like plastic bags. Okay, so some of you are saying yes, some of you are saying no. Here's what I will say. It is not worth it from a business standpoint because your costs are going to completely negate your profits at that point. If you're only selling the product for $15, but you're spending $6 to buy that product, after your Amazon fees are accounted for, you're going to be making like a couple dollars off of each one, which is not worth it. So in that case, I honestly, even if the numbers look good for that product, I would not sell that product because my profit margins are going to be so skinny that it's not going to be worth the effort. It's really not. If you're going to buy it for $6, you need to be selling that thing for like $30, okay? You need to be selling it for like $30 so that is worth the effort for you guys. The last thing I want is for you guys to do your research and you go and you spend your time doing your product research, you spend your time on Alibaba and you do all of that just to pick a product that you're only going to make $1 off of each one. Like, it's money. And yeah, if you sell 1,000 of them, you made $1,000 and yeah, it's money, but wouldn't you rather have a bigger profit margin and sell less of a product? Would you guys rather sell 100 units with, or let me say 1,000 units with a $1 profit margin or 500 units with a $2 profit margin? Which one would you rather sell? 1,000 units of a $1 profit or 500 units of a $2 profit? Exactly. So you guys understand what I'm saying. It makes more sense to sell something with a bigger profit margin because then you don't have to sell as many to make the same amount of money. Now imagine if you have a product where you have a $10 margin. If you have a $10 margin, you only have to sell 100 of them and now you're making $1,000. So that's the importance of a good profit margin. Hey, Dahlia, how are you? Dahlia is a member of my step-by-step Amazon program. So yes, girl, do that research. You're going to find the product. It's going to come at the most random moment. So you just got to stay consistent with it. Thank you for the stars. I really appreciate that. So, okay, now we understand profit margins. It's important to find something where you can make a good amount of money. When I say a good amount of money per unit, what I'm saying is $5 or better. That is what I recommend to you guys. If you're doing your research and you find a product and you can't make $5 off of each one, I would be very careful with it, because that just does not leave you a lot of wiggle room. Let's see. How do I start? I can definitely give you guys the steps on how to get started. So if you want to sell on Amazon, the very first step would be to go to the website sell.amazon.com. When you're on that website, they're going to ask you for your name, your address, stuff like that. You go through all of that, and then at the end of that process, you're going to submit documents to Amazon. They're going to give you a couple of options. It's going to be your ID, so that could be a license, that could be a passport, and then they're also going to ask you for another document. That could be a bank account statement, it could be a utility bill. You'll see, they'll give you the option. So you just submit that to Amazon. And then once you're approved to sell on the platform, you're then going to do your product research. So product research is really the most important part of this process. That is going to make or break whether you make $20,000 in your first month or $20 in your first month. It depends on the product that you choose. So, excuse me. I'll definitely give you guys some pointers on picking products and what you should be looking for. But essentially, that would be the first step, is to go and make your Amazon seller account. And the website for that is sell.amazon.com. How often do you go live? A couple times a week. So if you have your notifications turned on, then you'll know when I'm on here. Okay, for those of you who are just joining, we're talking about Amazon FBA and selling products with private label. This is a form of e-commerce and a business that you can turn into something that can be passive for you. I've been doing this for 4 years. If you've missed any of this live and you want more information, I do have a free 90-minute training linked in my bio, so feel free to check that out. For those of you who are interested in learning directly from me, I do have an Amazon program where I teach you how to sell on Amazon from scratch. So even if you're someone who doesn't have any experience with business or e-commerce, I take you through the steps of selling on Amazon, including picking your products, finding your suppliers, negotiating with the suppliers, getting your products to Amazon from China, making your listing, launching the product. Everything is included in the program, as well as access to our Facebook group where I answer questions. We have 2 Zoom calls every single week, and you get all the support you need. So if you're interested in enrolling, the link is in my bio. And feel free to enroll with the discount code TIKTOK10, TIKTOK10, for some money off of your enrollment. So that is that. It's all linked in my bio. Feel free to check it out. Let's see. Hold on. There's a question here. Can you walk us through the process while we're here on live? Walk you through what process, Denise? What are you talking about? How long does average shipping take? So the speed at which you get your products just depends on whether you do air shipping or sea shipping. New step-by-step student here. Hello. Happy to have you in the live. What do you think of the program so far? But yeah, it depends on if you do air shipping or sea shipping. So if you do air shipping, it's going to be pretty fast. You can get it in, honestly, as quick as a couple of days, but I would expect 1 to 2 weeks for air shipping. If you do sea shipping, it's going to be longer, but it's going to be cheaper. So if you are looking to have your product sent, you should always try to do sea shipping whenever possible, because it's better for your profit margins, right? Let's see. How do you pick a brand name? Your brand name can be literally anything as long as it's not being used by another brand. So let's say that you live under a rock and you want to name your cell phone brand Apple. Obviously, you can't do that because there's already an Apple that operates in that industry with that name. So that's an obvious one, but you might think that you're picking a brand name that is unique, but in reality, someone's already using it. So you want to go to the website uspto.gov. Again, that's uspto.gov. And when you go on there, you can check to see if your brand name that you're trying to use is already in use. If it's already being used, it's going to have a trademark. If there's no trademark, that means that it is free and clear and you can use it. So that would be your due diligence with your brand name and your trademarks. Just as a heads up, you guys, when you're selling on Amazon, you don't have to have a trademark. Of course, you're going to want to get a trademark to to protect your business. But at the end of the day, it's going to be really important that you just get started, and you can always get your trademark after. Let's see. Minimum profit per unit you recommend. $5, Dahlia, $5. Months of trying, I can't find any that meet the criteria. Is this Charlene? I know it says Tammy Charlene, but if you're Charlene, I know you. Send me an email on, send me an email to the AmazonAbby1@gmail.com. And let's talk about it. Let's see what we can do to help you find a product, because the criteria is meant to be a guideline. So what she's talking about is the criteria that I provide in my step-by-step program. So my criteria has things like the reviews. It has things like how quickly the product should be selling. It has things like how much profit the product should be making. So there are certain things that can be compromised on and certain things that can't. For example, the number of reviews on average should be 200 or less, and that's something that you cannot compromise on. There are other things that are not as important. It's meant to give a range so that you have a baseline to work around, because if you don't know what makes a good product or the types of numbers that makes a good product, then you're going to be blind. You're going to be looking for products but not have any way of narrowing down the good from the bad. So that's the purpose of the criteria. So anyway, that's that. Let's see. Will you use a different brand name for each product category? You can have multiple brands under your Amazon seller account, but if they're going to be very, very different, or they're going to like conflict, then obviously you want to separate them. For example, if you're selling an adult toy and you're selling a kid's toy, obviously you don't want those to have the same brand name, because they're very different types of products. So that would be a case where you'd want to separate them out. Let's see. Thanks, Dahlia. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. And thank you for the roses or any other gifts that you guys send. It is not necessary. If you enjoy the live, I would love if you could just send some likes by tapping on your screen. That is wonderful. Thank you. Let's see. Do you ever request product samples from sellers? Always. Yeah, you should always get a sample, because it gives you an idea of the quality of the product that you're buying. If you do not get a sample, then your supplier could send you the horribly made product, or actually not send horribly made products to Amazon, and then your customers will receive it, and then they're going to complain, they're going to leave bad reviews, and it's just not going to be a good look. So definitely get a sample of your products before you decide on your supplier. Dang, I'm about to start now. You gave me all the info. Thanks. You're welcome. Happy to help. Let's see. How do you trust that they will send what you order to Amazon in excellent condition and quality? You want to get an inspection done on your inventory. So when your products are almost done being made, you're going to have a third-party inspection company go to the factory where they're being made, and they're going to check and make sure that everything looks good. So this inspection company is completely separate from your supplier. They work for you. So they're going to go there and they're going to double check and make sure everything looks good. They can do things like weighing the product. They can check to make sure that the labels are on properly. They can check on anything. So whatever you would look for, you just tell them and they're going to go and look for it. They're going to take pictures. They're going to write a report and then send that to you via email. So that way you know that your product is the way that it's supposed to be before it gets to Amazon. If you guys need an inspection company, send me a DM on Instagram and I'll send you the name of mine. If you tell them that I sent you, they're going to make sure they take care of you. They always do a great job. And I can definitely vouch for them. Let's see. You guys see me and hear me? It just said that my connection was bad. So Amazon takes care of the business license aspect. You don't need a business license for private label. What's the other option other than FBA? It's called FBM. So FBA is fulfillment by Amazon and FBM is fulfillment by merchant. I want to start the program, but I don't know if I'll be able to get an account. Why wouldn't you be able to get an account? What are you concerned about? How do you feel about a celebrity image on your product? A celebrity image. Well, you can't do that because a lot of these celebrities' images are tied to their brand. And so you're not able to just like use someone's likeness to sell your product. Then anyone would do that. And in fact, some people do. You know, some sellers from China who don't understand the laws here in the US will put like Beyonce on the cover of their hair product and make it seem like Beyonce uses their hair product. You can't do that. So if you do that, you will 100% be sent a cease and desist letter, and you don't want to mess around with that. The third-party contact is in your program. It is. It's definitely provided to all of my students. But even if you're not in my program and you want my contact for the inspection company, I'll still give it to you. Just send me a DM on Instagram and I can send you their name. JT, that's awesome. I'm so happy for you. Yeah, you're going to love it. There's lots of good information in there, and the Facebook group is the absolute best. So, I'm looking forward to it. That's awesome. If you're looking for any details on the course, feel free to just go to the link in my bio and click on option number 2, and you'll be able to see all the details there. Do you offer a discount for your course? I do. You can use the code TikTok10, TIKTOK, and the number 10 at checkout for some money off of your enrollment. Okay. I'm adding this up. Okay, $1,002 products to Amazon and inspection now, shipping, that's near $3,000. It depends on the product that you choose. Obviously, you're going to have to pay for the product. You're going to need Helium 10, which is the software that I use to do my product research. And then, certain things like getting your photos taken, it depends on where you go for that. So that's going to add into your costs as well. But your initial startup cost is going to just vary depending on the product that you choose, which is why I can't give a dollar amount as to what that would cost. How do you get people to buy? No one wants to buy with 0 reviews. That's a great question, Angela. And that's the reason why it's important to do your product research correctly. If you pick a product where the reviews are very, very high, you're absolutely right. No one is going to buy your product with 0 reviews. But if you're selling a product in a niche where everyone has 50 reviews or 100 reviews, even if you have 0, people will still be willing to give yours a chance because there's not such a huge difference in review count. So that's why it's really important that you pay attention to the amount of competition in your niche when you're doing your product research. To answer your question about how to get people to buy, you're going to promote your products using Amazon PPC, which stands for pay per click. So that's basically Amazon advertising, and that is going to drive traffic to your listing. All of that is taught in my program. Okay. Do you need an LLC or an EIN before selling on Amazon? No, you do not. You can sell on Amazon as a sole proprietor. That's what I did in the beginning. For about the first year of my business, I was a sole proprietor. Can you do both FBA and FBM at the same time for different products you sell? Yes, you can. Are South Africans allowed to sell on Amazon? Yes, they are. Okay. I'm losing my spot, so please bear with me, you guys. I'm new here. I've considered doing this last year. What was your first product? What was your first product? How well did you do? So my first product was a nail file and a nail buffer. I did not do well at all. In fact, I lost money with my first product on Amazon, unfortunately. So I lost money before I made money selling on the platform, but it worked out over time once I figured out what I was doing. But in the beginning, when I was just learning through trial and error, girl, when I tell you I lost money, oh man. How do you file your taxes? Is it just regular income or do you need a separate LLC? Amazon gives you a tax form called a 1099K. I was going to say K99. It's called a 1099K, which is basically just a contractor form. So instead of a W-2, it's a 1099. So you're a contractor for Amazon. They give that to you and you give that to whoever does your taxes. That's really it. Aw, thanks. Is it Blue Gray Wolf? I appreciate it. Thank you. I'm trying my best. I am trying my best. If you guys knew the kind of day I have had, you would be absolutely shook. So coming on here and seeing the positivity is making me feel better because, child, today has been wild. Let's see. Hi, Rosie, love me. How are you doing? Get your family members to buy and review. Yes, but you have to be careful because if you live in the same house as someone who is trying to leave your review, Amazon will see that and they're going to flag your review for review manipulation. So, yeah, if you've got family that is like distant from you, family that lives in another state and that you're not connected with on social media, for sure they can leave you a review. But if you live at home with your mama cannot leave you a review, okay? They're going to say review manipulation and it's not going to be a good thing for you. Okay. Girl, can you send me notifications? I keep missing your live. Oh, damn, I forgot. Yeah, I meant to start sending out texts before my lives to let people know, but I don't want to send a text at, what time is it right now? Like 9 o'clock, or, yeah, what time? 9:30 at night. I feel like that's a little intrusive. But during the day, I can definitely send texts to let you guys know. I just don't want to do it at night. Let's see. What are you selling? I'm in the health and household category on Amazon. Yeah, let me know in the comments what time it is where you are. Let me know what time it is where you are. Let's see. Sorry if you've already covered it. Do I have to apply for a sales tax certificate to pay sales tax? No, you do not. No, you do not. Yeah, you guys can do this from anywhere. You don't have to be in one specific place. The only thing that I recommend is that even if you are in a place other than the United States, that you still sell on Amazon US. So they've got like Amazon Mexico, Amazon Canada, Amazon UK. They've got Amazon in a lot of places, but the place that you're going to make the most money is the US marketplace. So even if you're in Asia, Africa, Europe, wherever you're at, you should still be selling to US customers. That is my recommendation to you guys. Oh, I feel like most of you are on the East Coast. I don't mind if it's at night personally. I know, but I don't want to disturb people. I wouldn't want to get a text at like midnight. And for those of you who are on the East Coast, it would already be midnight for you guys, you know? 11:30 p.m. in Jamaica. Oh, we've got a lot of Jamaicans in here. 9:30, 10:30. Let's see. New Jersey. Okay. Yeah, y'all are all over the place. There's not even a lot of people who are here on the West Coast. Everyone's on the other side. Let's see. Okay, I keep losing my spot. You're doing the course right now and you paused it to come to the live. I love it. Yeah, you can take this as like a little break from what you're doing. So I love it. How do you like the course so far? Vegas. Okay, I'm in Vegas as well. What is Helium 10? Helium 10 is a software that helps you find products to sell for Amazon. So it's just a software. How long have you been on the live? Great question, Logan. Let's see. 44 minutes. 44 minutes. Okay. What course?